Today on RetroYuuki Gaming News, we're going to be taking a look at why Sonic Mania 2 didn't happen. And today we're going to be taking a look at an article by GameInformer talking about the matter. This is a featured article, most likely in their upcoming issue of GameInformer, but it's actually a Sonic themed. Let's take a read. This is going to be a little bit of a long one. It is a featured article after all. So why didn't Sonic Mania 2 happen? And this was written by Brian Shea on July 26, 2023 at 2:46 p.m. Let's have a read. When Sonic Mania arrived in 2017, it was a massive success for the franchise. So much so that it seemed inevitable that a sequel developed in conjunction with Christian Whitehead, Portal West Games' head canon, will be next for the Big Blue Blur. Unfortunately, it never happened. We asked both Takashi Iizuka and Christian Whitehead what happened to Sonic Mania 2. Headcanon continued working on the Sonic brand to 2022 Sonic Origins and its 2023 update Sonic Origins Plus, while Whitehead founded his own studio, Evening Star, alongside Sonic Mania developers in 2018. This past June, Evening Star announced its first game titled Penny's Big Breakaway, coming in 2024. Instead of the expected Sonic Mania 2 in June 2023, SEGA Sonic team and development studio Artest, headed up by Sonic co-creator Naoto Oshima, announced Sonic Superstars. Which actually looks good. The game feels like a continuation of what Sonic Mania accomplished in 2017, but with modern Westville special emerald powers, cooperative gameplay, and exclusively all new zones. However, many wondered why Sonic Mania 2, which seems like it would have been an ultimate slam dunk hit, never came to fruition. In 2021, reports from a gaming insider named Zippo surfaced that internal plans to create a true successor to Sonic Mania had been scrapped due to differences between Sonic Mania's external developers and SEGA. While not directly confirming or commenting on that particular report, Iizuka confirms that he had talks with Whitehead following the release of Mania, and quote, there was a period after the development of Sonic Mania when we worked with them to consider concepts for the next generation of classic Sonic. Iizuka says, it's too bad that it didn't come into a finished game. Still, I'm pleased that the next generation of classic Sonic that we talked about with them has been achieved with Superstars. And as you can see here, we have a screenshot from the upcoming game. One major hurdle to providing a true successor to Sonic Mania is that Iizuka and Sonic Team wanted to move away from the pixel art graphics with the next new title in the classic Sonic series. Quote, when you make a 2D game using pixel art, you kind of end up targeting a very specific core audience, he says. And he continues by saying, we wanted to bring this game as to many people as possible. And in order to really make that look and feel as appealing and to a wider audience, we needed to use the 3D assets to really give it that current look. But we do know that core fans want that old classic Sonic look, that they want the old classic Sonic feel. So we focused on making sure that controls were solid and the look and the feel was really representative of a classic Sonic game. End quote. Whitehead backs up this story with his own recounting of the events, and he says, quote, when we started Evening Star, it was always our goal to move beyond 2D pixel art and into 3D games, and develop all new original IP, he says, and he continues with, Evening Star did work with SEGA to explore possible directions classic Sonic would go after the success of Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania 2 was never in development now, because we actually agreed early on that we should try to make something fresh, like a hand-drawn 2D or 2.5D. At the same time, Evening Star was developing on our new Star engine. We ended up making a cool Sonic prototype that played with depth in 2.5D and some other gameplay ideas. End quote. Following those initial planning sessions and a mutual decision not to proceed with development, Evening Star began to work on Penny's Big Breakaway. As SEGA said, though through Evening Star did not continue for production of the game, at which point Art Zest took the helm and made Superstars alongside Sonic Team. Whitehead said, quote, "We moved forward with our plans to develop an original 3D title, which of course, Penny's Big Breakaway. Superstars looks awesome and our team is really excited to play it when it comes out." End quote. Whitehead also dashed away one of the biggest points of speculation among Sonic fans, that Sonic Mania 2 falling through was the result of bad blood between Sega and members of Evening Star. Quote, "Contrary to any rumors, we maintain a friendly relationship with Sega and hope fans are pumped to play both games once they release," he says. End quote. Though Whitehead and his team aren't involved with Sonic Superstars, the influence of their work ideas was apparent. Quote, "A lot of things that we talked about with Christian, let's make it visually a rich game that's not based in pixel. Let's not do the Mania thing of reusing stuff. Let's make something brand new with all new levels." That's where the start of the concepting happened after Mania. But everything came to a stop, as Zika says. When we kicked off Sonic Superstars with Oshima San's team, a lot of the conversations that we had with Christian were already in our heads. And we did starting to get a new game already in a similar vein of let's make something new and let's make something not pixel. Even beyond some concepts, seemingly making the jump from the early Sonic Mania 2 concepts of Sonic Superstars, Sonic Mania's success was instrumental in the creation of Sonic Superstars. Quote, "During Sonic Mania's development, I didn't expect the level of fan reaction or a success," Sega says. That success created the opportunity to think about the next generation of classic Sonic and led to Sonic Superstars. Sonic Mania helped us realize that fans still wanted to enjoy the classic series. And here's Knuckles in the Superstars. And the article continues. On Twitter, Whitehead has provided further confirmation that he approves of the work being done on Sonic Superstars, with one retweet about the game's physics, and then simply containing the thumbs up emoji, and another tweet stating, quote, "We'll have more on this when it's appropriate, but the Mania's physics were indeed fully translated into modern 3D." Despite Whitehead's confirmation that this work was done, Yoshiko says the programming is completely unique to Sonic Superstars, created from the ground up by Art Zest. Quote, the team referenced not only Mania, but referenced Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and Mania when we were creating Superstars, Iseka says. This game was created from zero, from absolutely nothing. But we're still looking at those 4 classic games and creating physics that are going to match and feel like the classic series needs to be, from scratch. When we were talking about the classic series and how we're referencing the physics, those are the 4 titles we were looking at. Because of all of that, Sonic Superstars does not need to be Sonic Mania 2 that many envisioned or expected, but instead a spiritual successor. The physics play like fans of Sonic Mania and other beloved classic Sonic games play, but with modern visuals and other various features. Sonic Superstars is set to arrive on PS5, Xbox X and S, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC this fall. For more information, be sure to Exclusive Hub by clicking the banner below. And actually, part of I will be covering Sonic Superstars because that's one of the games I'm planning to buy. Maybe not in October, we'll see. Okay, I will be buying the PS4 version because I'll be streaming it live with the Francis the Hedgehog channel. Maybe PC, we'll see how it runs. But let's take a look at this banner, and I'm gonna be looking back at this later. Okay, this is the Sonic Superstars exclusive coverage, and this is also on GameInformer, but this is a collection of the articles for the game. And we're gonna take a look at some of these as well. So look out for more Sonic Superstars coverage on the channel. But now I turn to you, the viewer, the Sonic viewers out there. What do you guys think of this article talking about why Sonic Mania 2 didn't happen? It was a very interesting read that they are referencing Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and the aforementioned Sonic Mania 1. And we got to read on how Christian Whitehead and SEGA are actually still partners. They're still friends. They have a friendly mutual relationship. Even though Christian did not actually help with the game. So, what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think of why do you think Sonic Mania 2 didn't happen? And are you looking forward to Sonic Superstars like I am? I'm gonna be playing it with Francis the Hedgehog, so you know that he's gonna have some fun with that. So we'll see you guys on our next article, which you guys can vote on my community tab. You have a choice today between two different distinct videos. You have a choice of why the virtual console, is dying to remakes or remasters, or you have a little bit of a commentary about a VR chat room I just made yesterday. So go ahead and vote on that, and we will see you guys on whatever the next article is, or potentially next commentary. Enjoy, and let's get in those comment section, y'all. Peace out, y'all.